Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome Twitch, because Twitch is always the first one. There we go. YouTube is up. Hello. Welcome. Today is Pentiment Day. It's also a little bit at the start here of me trying to fix some things. Basically, I've been trying to figure out more and more of this dual GPU setup thing. An issue I realized is that it's detecting the Arc A30, 380. God, I don't know why I couldn't say that. Arc A380 as the better GPU. It's not the better GPU. A single bit. And I can't tell it that it's being stupid. Which is stupid. So, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to attempt to find where this is. Pentiment. Okay. Pentiment. Not let Windows decide. We will go for GPU. We will quit this real quick. And we will relaunch it. And hopefully this will make it better. Hopefully. Do. Oh, I can't see chat messages yet. Wait 1 second. Oh, that wasn't bad. Okay, I have to fix chat really quick. It is not hard. It's just I forgot to set this. There we go. Now all of chat is visible to each other. And more importantly, slightly more importantly, I guess, visible to me. So we're good on all aspects. Click in here. Can we see it? No, we cannot. Which is even greater. Even greater to know. Alright. 1 second. Be right back. Sorry for fucking. Hello. I'm back from my trip down hell. Basically, I looked. When I successfully made it so that the game was only doing the was being used or was using the AMD GPU, my main GPU, my actual main GPU. When I made sure of that, the problem came across that why cannot I hear the game? Can't hear the game. Not a single bit. Anyways, the problem came across that yeah, I'm still setting up here. That the other GPU couldn't see the game. Couldn't see it. Which doesn't hella make sense. But a few things to note. Also, sound is back. Sometimes you have to restart that for this game. I found through my many times of having to restart this game. Alright, let me make sure that everything is running correctly. Alright, we're running in YouTube. That is great. Are we running in Twitch? That's also great. We're running in both. Alright. Let me do one last little thing. And then we're going to get started with Pentiment. Pentiment, new game by Obsidian. Same people who made Fallout New Vegas, one of my favorite games. Yeah. Fallout New Vegas, one of my favorite games. Will always remember Obsidian for Fallout New Vegas. And I saw that they were making this game, got excited about it, completely forgot about it, until like 2 days ago they were like, oh yeah, we're making this game, by the way. Like, FYI, we're making a game. And then I remembered they were making the game. So, that was cool. Good to remember. That's why the schedule changed. We were going to play West of Loathing today, but instead I was like, oh damn, I really want to play this. So it changed. With that being said, I don't think there's too much else to really go over. I was fucking with a lot of stuff, so I'm just going to check over everything. Sounds can bit down. We do have voice assist in this game, which is cool in case I don't want to do voices, but I will try doing voices at least at the start. And it looks like there's at least a little bit of stuff we'll have to do, but we'll test it out and see. Yo! Hey, Tolly. How is it going, bud? Easy read or stylized? I can't read regularly, so I'm going to use stylized because it probably won't make a difference in me not being able to read, right? Actually might help because it might make me slower. Alright, let's get this started. What is it? Why do I have a rock? Why is there a rock? And why is the rock like extremely heavy? Like I'm having to like fucking yeet my mouse. Okay. So in principle, is this English? Right to sine, controversies, speculum. No, this is not. Huh? Oh. I can erase. Oh, good. It's Latin? No, I definitely think it's, I don't know, that looks like Moldovan to me. I don't even know if Moldova has its own language. I bet it probably does. Don't kill the words. Listen, Tolly. I'm doing what I have to do. And by why I have to do, I mean this is extremely, like, actually difficult to do. Oh, okay. Well, I killed 3/4 of the words. There were some left. Xbox Game Studios presents an Obsidian Entertainment production. We love to see that. Pentiment. Oh no, it's more Latin. No. Alright, there's a bunch of numbers. I don't understand numbers either. I don't know what these numbers mean. I think they're playing Minecraft. That looks like music. I don't understand music either. Hey, look, that rabbit's playing some tunes, though. Alright, circling the words does not make them more legible. Be real. Those fingers are not doing what fingies should. Narrative director Joshua Sweet. Directed by Josh Sweet. Holy Roman Empire, April 1518. Bavaria. An autist sleeps. An autist's mind. An abbot said to me, Andreas. I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. I need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. Well, you know me. I do be distracting the sisters. But also, Brother Piero? His name's underlined. Brother Piero is such a source of wisdom and encouragement for you, though. Oh, you're up there. Oh, hello. Indeed, but the rule of Christian contemplative life demands that the brothers not engage in idle chatter. Oh. The rule. The Rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia is a book of instructions for monks living together under the guidance of an abbot. Written in the 6th century, the rule provides the principles for living a monastic life. Oh. Jesus Christ, what a pack of dullards. Be happy you're only stuck here for a few more months, Andreas. I wanted to click on Jesus Christ. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? Prester? Prester. Prester John. Prester. What's a prester? Apologized and said I'd avoid unnecessary conversations in the future. I replied the rule was for him, not for me. I'm an artist, not a monk. I just nodded and kept working. Yeah? And thank Christ for that, ha-ha! His calling is to God. Yours is to your labor and the illumination it brings. It's the abbot's house, so everyone has to play by his rules, or rather, the rule. We going over this again? Oh, okay, cool. So, like, anytime we can reference that. Okay, cool. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as master await you. Nuremberg. Nuremberg. Free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire. Major trade center and city of arts, including printing. Nice. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. You talking shit, Beatrice? I like that about you. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? I don't think... I never even met. I never met. I never met. You're saint? Why do you look like a court jester if he's a saint, why does he look like a court jester? Okay. We're not going to explain that apparently. That's what my brother said in his letter, but maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. I mean, I've never met this person. So, why? I'm guessing it's like an arranged marriage. So then I guess it's like, why are they doing it? Why am I doing it? Why am I doing it? It's growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Who are you, John? John, why? Why must I leave? Okay, I guess. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. I don't know, your majesty. Well, I can't always dream of this place, your majesty. Hopefully, that's out of my control. As are many things, trust in Providence. Ah, yes, John Providence. I trust in Providence. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Okay, cool. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. X. Oh. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. Oh no, I'm paying someone. Ow! At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. You can't kill them. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the a bit shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Hey, Jaden. Things are going good. How about you? Don't let him run you ragged, boy. I won't. The abbot can't push me around. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. It will be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. Right. An outsider he brought in. If he wants your work, he has to deal with you as you are. You know, you're right. Ow. You son of a bitch. Can I kill this? Gah! Would you please stop? Ow. My leg. I give up. Take me home, Grobane. As you wish, Andreas. Sleep time. What game is it today? Today is Pentiment. And Pentiment is about, I really don't know. Something, you're like an artist in like the 1500s. That's all I know. Good morning, Ursula. Yep, that's what that child sounded like. Time to get up. 1. The Baron, April 1518. A few more pages. Back to the Abbey. Okay. But yeah, this is Pentiment. It's the new game from Obsidian and Microsoft, or not Microsoft, Xbox. I think it's time to stone another child. Listen, the child has done nothing wrong yet. It just sounds like a demon. But all children sound like demons. So we mustn't assume. The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron, what? The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptanomena, Prior Farine keeps giving me all these books to read. Okay. That was really short time. Actually, I think there's maybe make sure. What? My mouse in here? Oh, there we go. Notification time. Let's do a little bit. Let's do a lot a bit more. Let's see if that fixes that. It sounds like a demon, floats like a duck, it's a witch, and we stone witches where I'm from. Usually we burn witches in the fire. Okay, so that does help the notification. That's a little bit too long? Oh no, does it go away if I... Oh, no, it doesn't. Well, they should have just made it when you go away. Come on, man. We'll find a middle ground, I guess. I really should clean this up. What? My desk? The beans that you spilled over there? What should you clean up? Very weird. My mouse keeps like going, it's like not locking inside this game. So it just keeps like going out. I wonder if I can change that. It's supposed to be full screen. It's not locking mouse. Which is what full screen is supposed to do. Weird. Okay, I'll deal with it. I think it's supposed to be a controller game mainly anyways, maybe. Which I might use, maybe. Could go to bed. I'm not tired yet, perhaps after Compline. Compline? What the fuck's Compline? Oh, there we go. Compline. Monastic hour corresponding to 8 p.m. One of the little hours of prayer. Monks and nuns retired to their dormitories shortly after. Alright, great. Is there another thing? Was it underlined? This. Are free. Is it just this guy? Okay, so that's that guy. Yep, okay, cool. Oh, that's something I wanted. Quests. Oh no, this is a journal. Prime hour 6. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Okay. Gertner help. Hello, child. Yeah, you know, you might be right, Dayton. That might be a demon. Where are the chairs up there? Where are the chairs? Who put the chairs up there? Well, who put them up there? Clara. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually. Ordinary as far as sleeping goes. Not well. There's nothing to be done about now. Ordinary as far as sleeping goes. Well, as long as you didn't sleep poorly. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from Albans. Albans. Yep, that's the word. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the abbey. Who's Otto? That is Otto. It looks hot. Alright. Sure. I'll see Otto. Otto stopped by. Nope, Otto's mine, Eva. Yes, around dawn. Get dabbed upon, Eva. Here you are, Andreas. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, I mean. Oh, that's Peter. Okay. Of course, it's no problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. I suppose it's no other question. I think I can manage that. Can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do. Well, wait. Were the taxes unexpected? I'm not sure how. Think? I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. Oh, so this is like self-thinking? Watch out about the rye bread. I'll give you ergot and you'll trip balls and die. Alright, I'll watch out for that. Be generous, Andreas. You can spare the money and you'll ease their burden. Let's take the consequences of inaction into account. What is this shit? Don't they pay taxes every year? Why is this falling on you to fix? I'll listen to Beatrice. On the other hand, she might think she can keep asking me for advances on the rent, huh? Of course, it's no problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. Oh, bless you, Andreas, and may Saint Luke watch over you today. God bless you. Saint Luke, Christian evangelist, and patron saint of artists and physicians, often represented by a winged bull. I can't click on God. Speaking of Saint Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the divine office that Prior Fernick allows me to work on my masterpiece, divine office. Prayer times observed by all Christian monastic orders. Monks and nuns pray together 7 times a day and once a night, often as dictated by the rule of Saint Benedict. Nice. Reasonable restriction, but slow going. City Council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to university, and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. I'm not a master yet. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after a little too much fun. It must be rather frightening, starting all over again. I owe it to my family to make something in my life. It is, but I know that is what I want to do. I now know that is what I want to do. Not many people get to decide that. This will be remembered. Certainly not anymore in lasting, jasting, casting, smack. I don't know what that word is. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It is my finest work. It is getting there. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. Well, it's hard to say it until it's done. That's no way to think about it. I'm sure it will be a treasure when it's finished. Now I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we will see you after Vespers for supper. Vespers, monastic hour at dusk. One of the major prayer hours is followed by supper. Okay. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Klaus Drucker. That is Klaus Drucker. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. Hi, Eva. Hello, Andreas. Oh, you don't talk much, do you? Okay. Oh, that's fun. Bye-bye. Stylization on this game is pretty cool. I will also say that I'm learning here that is absolutely 2D. Like, you can only A and D, at least here. Maybe the guy on the left is kind of hot. Yeah, you seems like your type, totally. Oh, hi. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big Jog. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming now. Huh. Just smells like fresh alpine hair to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your wonder? Yeah. Whoa. Oh, my, what? What happened? I won the Wonder Yare, but instead it made me. Okay, well, we're here now. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Please hold it to confirm your choice. Basil. Andreas knows some Italian and French because he can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. Flanders. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. Italy. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. I want to go with Flanders. I'll go with Flanders. Italian and French. Italian, a little Greek. Flanders. I want to go with Flanders just because one of my friends is from Flanders. So I'll go for Flanders. Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent, all the great art cities of Flanders. Where's that? North and west down by the sea. There's her problem. Sea's air has confused her sense of smell. Spend enough time in these mountains, you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years. I don't think I have that long, Big Jorg. What'd you spend all that time in Flanders doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. I'll pick a background. Hedonist. Andreas speaks out pleasure wherever he goes. He is extremely social and quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. Craftsman. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all his time to art. Bookworm. Andreas spends all of his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Rapscallion. Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Businessman. Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. Also, it was Remembrance Day yesterday, and they play the famous poem in Flanders Fields. Hedonist seems like more you. Never mind, it was on the 11th. Yeah, it's been a couple. Totally. So, I don't know. I tend to, in these games, typically go for business. Just because that's like kind of what I go more towards. Hedonist. I don't know. I could go with hedonist. I think hedonist... Businessman, I think I could play very solidly. And usually plays into, like, how I think about things. Hedonist would make funny. So I'm gonna make the funny for this one. Flemish women are beautiful and the beer is wonderful. What do you think I spent my time doing? Men. Sounds like fun, but you better not let Father Thomas hear about it. Who is Thomas? That's Thomas. The funny. Why not? Priest tells the men to emulate the lives of the saints. I revere Saint Augustine, who said, Lord, make me chaste, but not yet. Saint Augustine of Hippo was an early Christian philosopher, theologian, and bishop of Hippo Regius. He is recognized as a doctor of the church and most known for his works, The City of God, and his autobiographic Confessions, as well as his development of the doctrine of the original sin. If you say so, Andreas, I still think you're gonna get in trouble with Father Thomas. Jorg! Anyway, I have to get going. Jorg, let's go! Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later! Big Jorg! Look at him. Look at Big Jorg. Peter. Andreas. Oh, you don't want to say shit to me. Ill Peter? God bless you, Andreas. Yes, Andreas. This weather's been awful. God awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. I don't think the townsfolk can do much about the weather. Were things very different when you were young? As different as beer and bis. The old abbot didn't bother as much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Percha to keep our skies clear, the weather fair. I want to be able to click, why does the mouse go away? Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the white lady's name was on our lips. The church banned all observances of pagan gods, Ilpeter. What sort of old customs? I thought Saint Mortiz projected icing. Think that the spirits have been fouling the weather since no one follows the customs anymore. Saint Moritz. Saint Moritz is the patron saint of Tassing. Legend states he was an Egyptian-born commander of a Roman legion who converted to Christianity. They were all martyred for their faith. His hand was a relic in Kirsch's shrine. What sort of old customs? The kind that scare away witches and keep spirits from calling storm clouds over our farms. The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Ranning Kemper knew that. Ranning Kemper, the late husband of Ottilia. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some keep traditions alive. Like the old widow Ottilia. I won't mention that to the abbey. What do these traditions entail? Yes, she always hangs the door frame with a lavender to keep the spirits out. Even if it doesn't help with the spirits, it does smell nice. I suppose. I just know it helps with ghosts and witches and whatnot. I should go. Alright. God bless you. I thank you, ill Peter. You're very ill. Hey, there's a sheep in my way. Well, that's sad. Like the typos that get fixed over, it's a neat touch. Yeah, so I think we're going to learn that soon. But I'm pretty sure that he is both... He's like an all-around artist. So in this time they were like also scribes, I think. So he's like a scribe for the church. God, why is the mouse go away? It's like really annoying. Actually. Easy read fonts, historical lettering. Enable medials, characters, and fonts. Yeah, I'll know it. Like, why quick response, margins, changeable, controls for opening margins, previous page. I'm guessing the margins, okay. So I'm guessing the margins is what I'm looking for. So I will press tab to see if I can do that. And also, I'm going to just a touch Turn down the game for me. Is the game too loud for you guys, or is it like just right? Give that another touch. It's still loud. Yeah, margins should be 10, so I'll try to do that. Do not miss it. Andreas. Hello, Andreas. Game sounds good. Alright, cool. Andreas Schmidt Smithy. He is so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. Sounds fine. Alright, cool. Didn't know. Can I go up here? Nope. So it's like an all A and D game. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on him. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Ah, morning, Andreas. Excuse us, one of the fence rails fell, and the sheep started hopping it. Is there something I can do to help? No, excuse me, I'll try to stay out of your way. Should I offer to help? Should I offer to help? Perhaps helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. That idiot Martin should be helping them. Yell at him, give him a good scare. Hee hee. Then again, I don't know anything about sheep, and I'd probably just get in their way. Is there anything I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? Well, no. Then no, but thank you. Christian of you to offer. Oh look, there's something going up on the Steiner's place. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. There we go. So those are the margins. So Peter and Clara are married, and Johann pulled his pants down. Neat. Okay, so that's how we'll do it. Knock two of my mom's teeth out. You wouldn't want to feel this. Two of my man's teeth out. Ah, you won't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's noble? He looks really rich. Damn it, Martin, stay out of trouble for once. What on, Teddy? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get the sheep under control. Of course. See you later. Don't work too hard, Martin. Good luck. Help your aunt and cousin, alright? Eat shit, Andreas. Fuck you, Martin. Alright. So we move up the road. Oh, now we can move up. Is there anything to stare at up here? Can't talk to this? No. Can't talk to that. Okay. Can see where this game is coming from. Sheep are blocking that way. Church and Druckers. Drucker House. Klaus. Excuse... Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. A few another hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. Marie and Bert. Bert is small child. Marie is, I guess, wife. You really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. The titular character of a popular 15th century book. Till is a prankster, continually exposing the vices and hypocrisy of others. He is also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. Oh! Oh, okay. I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he is just trying to protect people from heresy, witch mania, adventure stories of questionable moral repute, your sloppy typesetting. Damn, that'll be... He doesn't mind this so much, actually. No? As long as they don't get too carnal. Oh. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Of course, thank you. Great. I'll tell Marie and Butch you're coming. See you then. See you later. Yeah, so like I said, this game's like going to probably be all about script writing. So that's why I guess it's all stylized in that way. Like, anytime they mention a religious name, it's written in red and after the fact. Like Christ or God or whatever. Because that was scripting. Bless thy master. God bless thy master Mailer. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It is quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. Thank you, Father. I'm running late to the Abbey. Good, Andres. I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? I do. Why? I'm working on sketches late night. I just stay up too late on the Saturday. I don't want to get into argument with him about this. Would going to church on Sunday be such a burden? If not for his sake, consider it for your own. Man has many duties. Father Thomas would appreciate how hard you work to help the Abbey. This asshole can't make you go to Mass! To hell with him! Would it be such a burden? Man on many duties. Father Thomas would appreciate how hard you work. I'll go with Beatrice. Mass can be an uplifting experience, remember? Right, there's no need to argue. I should make a better effort to get to Sunday Mass. Yes, I apologize, Father Thomas. I promise I'll make it to you this Sunday. You don't have to make a promise to me. And our salvation is contingent on the... Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mailer, this is Lorenz, Baron of Kothwogel, great lord from the countryside near Worms. Worms, prosperous imperial free city in the western part of the empire, located on the Rhine River. Worms has been the site of many imperial diets. Diets? Guessing it's diets. Good to see you, Master Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent few days in Julybrook, and it was terribly dull. Venice, one of the most powerful republics in the Italian peninsula, sitting on the northwest coast of the Adriatic Sea. Venice is a major center for commerce and art in the southern Europe. Diets are summons of noble merchants and religious leaders. Ah, gotcha. Capital of the Innsbruck. Capital of the Austrian county of Tyrol and a major stop on the Imperial Road connecting Italy and Bavaria. Its closest major city to Kiersau Abbey and Tassing. Notably, it was also the site of witch trials in 1485. Nice. I mean, it has a certain charm common to the Alpine cities, but this place was crawling with nobles for imperious diet. Ah, diet. An imperial diet is an assembly of the three colleges of the imperial states of the Holy Roman Empire, the prince-electors, the princes and dukes, and representatives of the imperial cities. They meet to deliberate on matters of importance to the empire. The emperor, was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. Who was the artist, my lord? I'm sure you know him. An older man from Nuremberg with enough of a reputation to paint the emperor. Nuremberg, yeah, that's my city. I'm sorry, my lord, but I'm not sure who you mean. Oh, no merchants. Have you not heard of Albrecht Dürer? Pity. I thought he was known across the empire. Anyway, my wife wanted to... Oh yeah, I didn't get a chance to merge in that one. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make my visit to Kerfau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. Father Matthias, abbot of Kersau, before Father Gernot. Widely respected by the monks and nuns as well as the people of Tassing, and for his kindness and his love of books. A great loss for the abbey and us all. Indeed, by my good fortune, I recently came across a copy of Historia Tassé, an account of the early history of Tassing. Kersau's previous abbot, Father Matthias, had a copy. Baron Rotvogel brought another to the abbey as a gift. He was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some of the fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes, but I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's path later. Okay. I commissioned a manuscript from the abbey through Father Gernot, and I have come to check on its progress. Alright, that guy. Oh, my lord, if you have to come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mailer here. Not a quite true master yet, but I still have to marry and be approved by our city council. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the abbey's scriptorium. A room for writing, illustrating, and illuminating manuscripts. Though typically associated with monasteries, they have disappeared from almost all abbeys by the 16th century. Nice. A Nuremberg artist working in an abbey scriptorium in 1518. Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. A companion. Of course, my lord. It would be an honor, but I'm already late to the abbey. I'm sure it's all right. This will be remembered. Wonderful! It's so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent. We will see you then. Nicholas, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbot's... I don't know what that is. I like to take my time talking with Master Mailer. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. Alright, cool. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt is one of the most populous cities in the empire and located near its heart. It has been home to a respected university since 1379 and is the center of humanist thought. Erfurt, wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. Martin Luther, priest and professor of theology at the University of Wittenberg. Controversial for his opinions on the church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire. He says things about church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. Ah, no, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 99 thieves against the church. 99 Theses. A list of propositions against the church's practice of selling indulgences for remission of sin. It was written in 1517 by Martin Luther. Father Matthias is not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Let me change the... you can turn on easy refunds. I'm fine with the characters. Is that easier? Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend the university? You seem very well educated. Haha, no. My family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge from Aristotle to Cicero to Phoenicio to Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. Aristotle, Greek philosopher and student of Plato, renowned polymath, he wrote a wide variety of subjects. Work is extensively cited by current scholars, and even more work is attributed to him than he could have ever written. Hermes of Rotterdam, a Dutch priest and philosopher who is prominent among northern humanists. He is known for his works in Latin and Greek, as well as his calls to reform within the church. Francino. Marsilio Francino is the 15th century Italian priest and humanist who was one of the leading figures of the Italian Renaissance. He is well known for his translations of the works of Plato into Latin. Statesman Cicero, statesman, scholar, lawyer, and renowned orator of the late Roman Republic. He is revered for both his contributions to Latin literature and his skill at rhetoric. I may have misjudged the Baron, but it seems he is as well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? I know I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working toward a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Theology? Andreas has a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. Imperial law. Andreas knows the basics of the fractured system of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Medicine. Andreas is familiar with the basics human biology, medicine, and illness. You know, nothing's better than a miscreant who knows the law. So I'm going to go with this. Law, I suppose I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. I never had much interest in the subject, honestly. A bit dull for my tastes. Besides, the Empire is such a mess of jurisdictions. Bavarian law, Rhenish law, Factonian law, nonsense. I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied that nonsense than to learn it myself.
You. If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz Rothwell. Perch's dogs are tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate.
Percha, pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She is invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone would probably be dead. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Trivium and quadrivium. The trivium and quadrivium represent the lower and upper divisions of a classic liberal arts university education. Latin, grammar, logic, rhetoric form the trivium. Arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy form the quadrivium. Did you have a favorite subject? Andreas has a strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. He can also easily recall sentient acquit antiqui, quoted words of wisdom from the Roman Republic and Empire. Logician. Andreas instinctively thinks through the implications of information as he receives it, is adept at spatial analysis, and can easily perform complicated calculations in his head. Orator. Andreas excelled at rhetoric in the university. He is a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. Cultist. Andreas knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies. Heavens and earth. Andreas knows a great deal about the constellations, heavenly bodies, and their movement. He is also familiar with various plants and animals from study and personal experience. I'll probably go with logician, orator, or cultist. I would normally go with logician, but that would be if I was going with the business. Because I went with the one I did, I think orator is probably fine. Occultist seems funny, though. Do I go with the funny again? Because the funny is a thing that I can abide by. Persuader. Astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and magical rites and ceremonies. I'll go with a rhetoric. Yeah, orator seems soul endangering amount is a really good line. Yeah. The art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetoric. Ah, I assume you studied the Greeks and Romans both? Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. Cicero, already read that. Aquinas, immensely influential philosopher, theologian, and jurist in the tradition of scholasticism. Okay. Already read the others. True, we have less use for public discourse than senators did in the Roman Republic. Exactly. The doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind towards Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments, then arrange style and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Splendid, though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this. Not true. Rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art, it could be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practiced as easily in the streets of a royal town as the Curia of Rome. Though outshone by its northern neighbor Florence, Rome is still the seat of power for the Catholic Church and an impressive center for the arts. Well put. And your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. I use my access to the university's library to pursue more esoteric interests. Oh, esoteric how? Mystical texts, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination, purely academic, of course. Of course. Oh, that's just like, oh yeah. It started with Officio's Corpus Hermetium, and my interest only deepened from there. Corpus Hermetium, a compilation of 17 religious and philosophical treatises encompassing the soteriology of Hermes Trismegistus, or thrice great Hermes. The centuries-old texts reflect Egyptian, Greek, and Jewish traditions and ideas that were translated into Latin in the late 15th century by Marsilio Finicio and Lodovico Lazzarilli. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak to you more on this topic during my stay. I look forward to it, my lord. Ah, there's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place and my Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How'd you come to know him? How'd you know of Kirsu at all? My family have been patrons of Kirsu for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Kirsu still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most of manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. Well, there's not much left of it these days. 2 old men, young scribe, and me. It's a good place to create, as any to create art. The artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. Well, Kirsu has a bit more than old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from the Abbey in this day and age. But well, my family have been patrons of Kirsu for generations. It seems wrong to stop now if there's still talent here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gernot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero. Oh, look at Brother Piero. How venerable. He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has incredible talent with color, and I very much look forward to seeing it. Michelius, attend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the Abbey. Yes, my lord. Yeah, I love Holy Roman Empire stuff. It's pretty fun. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. Benedictine. Founded in 6th century, Benedictine are a Christian monastic order that observes vows of obedience, poverty, chastity, and stability under the rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia. The church closed most of them centuries ago, but then Curacao is a place out of time in more ways than one. Do you know Mother Cecilia? She seemed to recognize you. We are acquainted, yes. Let's leave it to that. Ah, you fucked the nun, didn't you? Ah, you must be Father Gunnar. I am Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, Baron of Lorotvigel. It's so wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so. I'm not that good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I rode ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm not sure it's no trouble. Well, yes, I mean no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could go with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Of course, Father. This is a bad time to ask for an advance for the Book of Hours. Oh, my book. Of course, Father. I'm eager to get to work. Then get to work. Okay. Shit. I should have asked him about an advance for getting his taxes. Maybe I could convince Brother Matthew to pay me early. Matthew? Matthew. Find a way to get paid. Where do I go? Where's scriptorium? Kitchen? Cloister. That's Father Gunnar. That's Brother Matthew. Church. Lower Abbey, Shrine, Covenant Garden. I don't think it's a shrine, right? This is a scriptorium inside the church? Oh yeah, I have a map. Oh boy. Alright, so we're in the church. The scriptorium is down the hall to the right. Rudiger. God bless you, Andreas. Was your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Oh yes, it was quite a bit of strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. What's this crypt tower? Okay. Oh, this isn't... Oh, no. So I'll have explored. I've never actually seen a nun. I feel like I probably have at some point. But I'm not too sure. Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. How's the sacristy today, Matthew? Same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mele? No, I was just being friendly. Then go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. One more thing. I have a favor to ask of you. Yes, Andreas. I was hoping you could give me my pay for the latest manuscript early. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Gannat. You'll be paid in the completion of each additional manuscript you eliminate, not before. At work, there's a nun that comes by for her groceries. Nice. Can't you make an exception this once? Not without good reason. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble not only for Kursu, but as Tassing as well. The matter is pressing, Brother Matthew. Very well, do not ask me this again, Brother Andreas Mailer. Here you are. I shall note this with Father Granat and Prior Frenick. Thank you, Brother Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. It's so tiny. Alright, now I've got the payment. Clear the rent early. Give it to her directly, make sure she sees it. I'll put it on the table this evening to surprise them. Give it to her directly, make sure she receives it. Surprises are stupid. In this day and age, surprises are fucking stupid. Alright. Old Bailey. Torium. Church. Torium. Oh. Hello, Piero. Andreas, God bless you. It's good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means storm is coming. Big Yord Goodness says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell the storms coming. Big Yord. Brother Ayok has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Do not forget Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. Are you not comparing yourself to Prophet Brother Adok? I'm comparing you to an impotent youth whom the Lord in his infernal wisdom may choose to strike down. I don't really have to say anything to them. They're kind of both being bitches. I mean, joke's a joke, right? A jest is a jest. It's an angry old man. Yeah. Calm yourself, Brother Adog. You're being sensitive to the guy's jokes. I am old, Andreas. Every slight against me stings with the fire of 1,000 wasps. But I will pray to God for the strength to endure his wickedness. Well, suppose everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means that Prior Frenick is not overseeing us today. He was here, and then I heard Lawrence Rothvogel had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Lawrence. That guy. Frenick is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel, it's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior to only speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no, Baron Rothvogel, his manuscript. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course, that's why he's visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. What's the problem? Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Guys, someday you will... Guy, someday you will stand where Piero is, and young monk will stand where you are now. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Andreas, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freising. Religious and secular ruler of scattered territories in the Holy Roman Empire, including lands containing Tassing and Kursu Abbey. Kursu is already out of favor. Father Abbot doesn't want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Frenick isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. I feel like that's a bad idea. Oh, that's right. I need to reference in Der Mauer manuscript. In Der Mauer, a prominent family of the Swiss Confederacy in Austria. What do you want, Andreas? My book, a book, the LIVENOW manuscript, the Book of Hours. Book of Hours, a type of illuminated manuscript that contains an abbreviated form of the prayers of the Divine Office in addition to other religious texts. Most are relatively plain, but wealthy patrons often commission lavish examples with elaborate illustrations. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? Ooh, no, because I was dreaming about you. Liar. Could I just get the book? It's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need a reference into my work. Really? My feet hurt, and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminatia to get it. Okay. Sister Illuminatia. Andreas needs help finding a book and I don't know where it is. Andreas. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Sister Illuminatia, I'd like to borrow the LIVENOW manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard here. Please return it promptly. Thank. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Yes, the composition is lovely. There's a joyful spirit in your arrangement of figures. The contrast of colors is also quite nice. Rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. It doesn't feel right. I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. Brother, you know I don't like doing more work than I have to. I'm not saying you should do more work, but suggesting that there should be more of yourself in the work. Will that make the process of creating another Book of Hours more fun? That doesn't concern me. I didn't know there was room for me in here. Will that take the process of creating another Book of Hours more fun? You know monks are poor arbiters of pleasure, Andreas. But yes, I think you'll find work is more enjoyable when you find something in to love in the act of making it. What does this painting represent? It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gannat. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But not the way November is. Art is an illusion, storytelling, but in the most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for the truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this Book of Hours will outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need not listen to my opinions, they are just thoughts of one old monk. There's no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Does that make you sad? Why is that? Why has Kersu kept it up for so long? Does that make you sad? I'll admit, I'm still fond of the old styles of lettering and illumination, but even in my youth I knew it could not last. The creation of books of art is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. more people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in so doing, be brought to truth. I think it will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adok. Not Guy. Fuck you, Guy. And Brother Guy. It's kind of you to say so, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life and I'm happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. Yeah, you look like them. So what is this game about? So this game is about, so far, you're an artist that is, kind of taken a job at a monastery to work in the scriptorium while working on your masterpiece. Once you complete your masterpiece, your goal is to marry and then become a certified master by the city, and then you will open your own workshop. Blah blah blah. Old people time thing. But yeah, you're at this monastery, and then the scriptoriums are going out of style. Also Martin Luther exists in this time period. So that's a thing. Oh, where's the time gone? It's already terse. Terse. Monastic hour corresponding to 9 a.m. One of the little hours of prayer. Terse precedes mass in the chapter meeting. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. What's going on in here? Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminatia. I knocked a bowl of paint to the floor. But then Prior Franz came in and wrote in one of his books and slammed it closed and left. He was in such a hurry I didn't think he even noticed me. He's slamming books shut. Pyrophonic should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. He seemed to be in quite a great hurry. I think he is on edge since Baron Rodvogel arrived early, which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Divine reading, lectio divina, is a thoughtful reading and meditation on scripture. Practice leads to prayer, and contemplation is daily part of life in Benedictine communities. You still mad at me for borrowing the Chronicle Clara? What's Chronicle Clara? Clear Chronicle, a history of the universe from creation to 1082, written by the Irish monk Marianus Scotus. That reminds me, I have a few books I want to borrow. Are you still mad at me for buying the Clara Chronicle? No, anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? Is it not valid that I want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes? One who wrote the masterworks that even now grace libraries at Cologne, Fulda, and Mainz. Fulda, a town built around the old Benedictine Abbey, near the center of the empire. Fulda's abbots are imperial princes and wield great power. Mainz, located in Rhine River, Mainz is the home to Archbishop of Mainz, an elector of the Holy Roman Empire, and Primus Germain, the Pope's substitute north of the Alps. Cologne, large, powerful, free imperial city on the river Rhine, is a major hub for commerce between Italy and the Netherlands. It is also a popular site for pilgrims, as its cathedral contains relics of 3 wise men represented as crowns on their arms. No, it's not. Not unless it pertains to your work or the abbot permits it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about, Lawrence Rothvogel? Why is Prior Frent so nervous? Lawrence, I didn't know you were familiar with enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the Prior and the Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years, and he's paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Of course, I'll help in any way I can. Thank you. It's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I am looking for, find them and return them to me. First books are 2 volumes of the Aeneid. A poetic epic telling the legend of Aeneas, a heroic Trojan who struggles to reconcile his personal desires with his destiny found in Rome. It was written in the 1st century BC by the Roman poet Virgil. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Innsbruck inches or Nuremberg inches? I know on the ceremony papers. I keep some by my desk. They're not his to keep. There's a fair amount to wear on these, I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even when Pierre started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover Dido. Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes us more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take you have chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have any choice in my vocation. Few women do. Is it really that bad? Is being a woman that limiting? Exaggerating, it's fine. How would you know? True, she knows her life better than I do. You're right, of course. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men or wizened crones. Like Dido, we are ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We could never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that, none of the empress to a nun. This is our lot. I suppose I understand why you're not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry for men. Now the books, if you please. This is cool. This is really cool stylization. Thank you. Next, Richard Guerin. This is printed copy, green cover, diamond pattern. Richard Guerin, an Italian chivalric romance written by Andrea da Barberino in the early 15th century. The titular character rises from impoverished origins to go on heroic adventures and discover his noble parentage. Originally published as a manuscript, it enjoyed greater success as a reprinted book. Aid. I do not have a size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know the one you're talking about. Brother Airduck was reading it. Airduck. Okay. No problem. Listen, Jaden, I have no problem with you telling me how to pronounce things. I will promise you that I will still pronounce them wrong. Because I pronounce words that, like, I regularly see every day wrong. Alright, greed and cover. The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amadia Rusco of Lugano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. Lugano, highly contested Swiss market town located in the southeastern Alps. Dukes of Como and Milan fought for control over it until it was claimed by the Swiss Confederation in 1513. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is an appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forgot the best part. In the end, Guerin learns he is royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. I suppose you're right. It's better suited for knaves like me. It's not my place to reprimand anyone for reading stories, least of all you, Andreas. Still, we must be on guard. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we were born. And that's the problem with that. Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you all alone, all one in Christ Jesus. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a 4th letter? In truth, it's unlikely you'd be considered liable under Bavarian law. Yep. Oh, are you a legal scholar now as well as an artist? Well, actually, I did study law at university. I don't care. I'm not concerned about the legality of it, but the principle. The book, please. There's only one book left, then you will be freed from bondage. Oh? A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. I remember it where the guy was reading it. Why does that exit the conversation? What is it? Description should be sufficient. I don't know why you won't tell me, but alright, I'll find it. Non-bondage? You know, it's possible. Red? Is that the red? Guess that's the red. They're the only books that exist. No, I think about it. Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good, please bring it here. What is this, anyway? It's in French. The soul that God touched and empty of sin in the first state of grace. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me what this book is? Because it's a dangerous book, Andreas Mailer. One of the previous abbot tolerated in spite of a papal order to destroy it. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. The author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less three. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? "200 years ago. What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. Sorry to do so, but the book shouldn't be destroyed if their content is in question. I can sympathize with him. Sounds reckless. I can sympathize with him. That's fine, but Father Matthias is gone. It is not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gernot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. All you're going to do is destroy it. No one even knows it's here. She's just going to say principle to this, but I do. So do Mother Cecilia and Father Gernot. Mother Cecilia, yeah. Fine, here, take it. Good, it's for the best, thank you. Okay. Now then, Baron Rothvogel. Quickly, though, I need to finish up here soon. So he buys books from Abbey. What kinds? How long has he been visiting Abbey? She may only have time to answer one question, so I should choose carefully. Ah. Mention finding a copy of Historia Tasse. It has scandalous details in it. He seemed unusually friendly with me. I don't understand it. How long has he been visiting? I know how long he's been visiting. I know what books he buys. He seemed unusually friendly. He mentioned he was handsome. I feel like this is deepest. As a lover of old books, it hurt me you just burned the last copy of an old book. Well, listen, sometimes you need to burn the books. Mainly because I don't want the nun to skin me alive. I don't know what the nun is capable of. He seemed unusually friendly with me. I don't understand it, honestly. Mentioned finding a copy of Historia Tasse. Tasse. I have scandalous details in it. This one. The Baron is quite wealthy, quite educated, and he loves fine art. I think it's clear why he enjoys your company. Most of his peers don't share his passion for modern thinking, nor are they as interested in art. You're a rare thing, Andreas Mailer, an artist with a university education. You may not be of high birth, but whatever the Baron's faults may be, he chooses to fraternize with common people, sometimes with unpleasant consequences. Did something happen? Someone in the Abbey? Yes, but I can't say anything more than that. It was a tragic affair. No one at the Abbey wanted to deal with it then, and certainly no one wants to dig it up the past now. Should I be concerned for my safety, sister? I can't say. I don't know Baron Rothvogel much more than you do, Andreas. But there is inherent danger in walking in the shadow of a powerful man. Just be careful. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. Wait, how long will you get to the church if you can't enter the scriptorium? I thought this was the only door to the library. We are standing in the oldest part of the Abbey, and like any old place, it is its share of secrets. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. Food. That's a bell for sex. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. Hey, Deadly. How's it going? Hey, Lemon. Also, how's it going? Sext. monastic hour corresponding to noon, one of the little hours of prayer followed by dinner. Neat. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the abbey. There with Ono and Andreas. So it's all the way over there. Okay. Do I have anything else? So I have journal. Stuff to do. Claire gave me food for dinner. I should see if Anna and they want to work. Another day, another few. Need to get across town. Taxes. Get advance pay. Give an early pay. Okay, cool. Maps. People. Oh, it's a lot of people. Okay, and there's anything else? Oh, okay, so that's that. And then this is... No, okay, cool. So I shall go back through here. Never mind, I didn't want to go into that. Alright. Time to go through church. So he was working up there, and then up the stairs. There's this child. Mountain, go away, Andreas. Can't you see I'm busy? Not really. What are you doing? Mind your own business. You scoundrel. Always up to no good. I'm keeping my eye on you. Eat shit. I'm done talking. Alright, great. Fantastic. You're going to try to steal one of the horses. Like a little bitch. Alright. Where is this supposed to be? Over here. Andreas. Oh. Good day, Master Mela. Ah, Andreas, good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message. Afternoon, Andreas. Otto. Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you by this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. Ah, the abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he? Even be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 How did this morning treat you? Not too bad, thanks. I hurt my damned hand splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house. Select food item to eat. Oh boy. Almonds, rye bread, few smoked cheese. Oh, you said that the rye bread is going to be poison. So, I will usually go almonds first. It's not that bad of an injury, it just galls me that the abbot bleeds us dry and we're expected to work here when it suits him. Galls, parasitic growth which develops on oak trees caused by wasps laying their eggs under the tree bark. Oak galls were traditionally harvested and distilled into iron ink used in manuscript. Interesting. Food item. Cheese. Eat the rye. Oh, it's not all that bad. I get a lot of good work from the abbey. Casting pilgrims' badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. Well, if I die from this, Jaden, I blame you. Anyway, I saw you walking with that Baron Rodvogel in the meadow on your way up here. What was that all about? He's here to check on commission. I understand he was friendly with Matthias. I think he may be here. Brother Pierre finished the manuscript he's working on. As far as I can tell, he's come to terrorize the people of Tessin. He's here to check on the commission. He was, through although Matthias had some misgivings about the Baron. What kind of misgivings? He fools around with young women. He's married, of course. Otto, that's only gossip, and it isn't Christian. Spread rumors like that. It's not gossip that he beat up that farmer a few years back. Old running, may he rest in peace. Yeah, I wasn't here, so I wouldn't know, but if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character. Long conversation up here, didn't mention anything about that, and it didn't seem like the thing he would sort of do. We had a long conversation on the way up here, he didn't mention anything about that. And what did you talk about then? I mean, no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? Talk to me about my work. He's fascinated by both art and books. Martin Luther, my time at university, a variety of other things. He's quite well educated. He could sense my inherent moral quality, Otto. I got is a mold that lives on rye bread from medieval edges. Its chemical structure is close to LSD, so you'll trip balls. Oh, it has it on it. Nice. Of course, what's he interested in? And that's why he's interested when he's at the Abbey. If he's in tassing, he's chasing girls or harassing peasants. And because he's friendly with the abbot, no bad would ever come to him. It's galling. Bitterness and envy are not good for Christian souls, Otto. It's not envy interested. No one should get away with what he does, as Abby does. No offense to you, Andreas. I don't have any problem with the books the Abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the Abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. No, I understand. I see why people resent the Abbot's rule. He's a harsh lord, and I think you're being unfair. Abbey does tassing love good? No. Ah, Otto, did you see the Brower's sheep escape the grazing fields again? No, but I'm not surprised. Martin is supposed to fix that fence, so he probably did a bad job of it. I guess Martin, the shitty boy. He's always in a foul mood, and he could be the laziest soul in tassing. He can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age, he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. He's a father? He looks like he's fought. Came back and I see a hot dude on screen. Oh no. Totally listen. I don't know how to tell you this. But I'm pretty sure you're just going to find every man who's not a stick figure hot. On top of that, he's a damn thief, and before you say it, Andreas, that's more than just gossip. Look at him over there by the gas house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. Probably a worse father. He's a born shirker, sure enough. I know one when I see one. Especially when you look in a mirror. Speaking of the Bower's sheep, their ewes are shorn, and the women will be spinning it soon, Otto. I got an interest, no need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right, I'll catch up in a moment, Andreas. Andreas, say hello to Eva for me if you get the chance. Ah, yes. Eva, huh? Well chosen, Otto. Andreas, don't. Just say hello for me and keep out of it. You're the one involving me in your courtship. I didn't ask to be a messenger. Of course. Yeah, of course. I should return to work in the scriptorium until later. Fuck you, Martin. Yeah, he is probably the worst father. What is this? Who are you people? Carl? Oh, hello, Andreas. Hello, Carl. You seem busier than usual today. I'm behind my work. I went up to the shrine of St. Moritz this morning and prayed for his aid. Candle I lit had all but burned away. I was there so long, now I need to catch up. Dedication St. Moritz is impressive. I remember the church that long and fallen asleep. The dedication in St. Moritz is impressive. Oh well, truth be told, I started going to the shrine more often when Helena became pregnant. Her mother had trouble in childbirth, so I've been praying visits to Mort's Hand and Satia's Shrine to pray for their aid. Hope the saints hear your prayers. We'll be bearing off preparing for the child. Do you really think the saints will hear you? I hope the saints hear your prayers. Thank you, Andreas. So do I. Back to work. I didn't want to go here, but I forgot. Alright, I guess I have to go through. Oh no. Oh, I can just go through the old Bailey. Gotcha. Scriptorium! Brother Adduct, this work, I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. You're walking like you want to see this place closed. Mother Prior, I'm working to the best of my abilities, and I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent, praise be to God. And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally you're so reliable. Many apologies, Brother Prior. I will work harder. Yeah, it was really interesting. It's really, like, talking. I mean, it makes sense so far. I'm just wondering where it will go with it. I'm interested to see if, like, Obsidian literally just made, like, a basically talking-based RPG. Instead of, like, their normal RPGs, like, The Outer Worlds and New Vegas, where, like, it's talking, but with shooting. This one just seems like talking. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, I can't believe this. Baron Rothgil has come to check its progress, and this is all you have? You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the one who will have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical. This one is hard just talking. Excuse me, Pyrophrenic, I believe your point is made. Yeah. Andreas, I will remind you that I am the master of the scriptorium. You are a guest here. I agree, Brother Prior. Brother Pierre's work is unacceptably slow. You're insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh God, please give me the patience to enjoy this. Please, everyone, this is my work and I accept responsibility for it. Brother Frenick is right. Steam page says you'll get to shape the future of a few cities, so maybe some action will happen. Brother Frenick, is this mine? It must be, yes. It is, my lord. I can explain. No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way, and to be honest, I expected more. It's nowhere near finished, and the style is, well, very old-fashioned. I thought I made my desires clear. Do you mind, like, my generosity toward cursors being taken advantage of? Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord. Never. We can fix this, of course. We only want to accommodate you. Andreas, good to see you again. How should I respond to this? The abbot already seems annoyed. Just nod, don't irritate the abbot. Simply addressing him as my lord would be appropriate. Remember with this Christian name, you are brothers in comments and art. Hehe. Oh. My lord should be appropriate. That seems... I don't care about the abbot. I care about the powerful man. My lord seems fine. Acknowledge him respectfully without being overly familiar. My lord. Father Ganon, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustrations? He is clearly capable. Oh my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete it at speed if you're No, I'm not talking about the script, that's fine, but the art, the illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Of course, I mean if Andreas is alright with it. If it takes pressure off Brother Piero, I'd be delighted to complete the work. Well, Abbot, I'm trying to complete my masterpiece at the moment. Well, I will do what I have to do. If it takes a brother off pressure. But yeah, there we have it. I hope this allies your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. My lord, I've already made my supper plans with the Drucker family in town. Yeah. I've already made my plans. Sorry, bud. Nonsense. You can eat with them any day. I'm only here for the evening. Well, father. Well, that would be quite unusual. Usual or not, I doubt that my good friend Prince Bishop would deny additional guests at his table. What do you think? I understand, yes, if you're right, of course, Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it. Oh, fuck. I don't wanna do that. You had this planned. Eh. You must have put your hook in the bed this morning when you ambushed him in town. That's beyond ridiculous. Listen to yourself. Brother Prior, Andreas is not to blame for this. I am. Yes, you are, and you've embarrassed me, the abbot, and the abbey. Prior Frennick is right, of course. No wonder we won't get any more commissions. Guy, can you stop flattering the prior for 1 minute? You're so sincere, and you're so obvious about Guy. If anyone is embarrassed here, it's you, Frennick. Say nothing. Yeah, fuck you. Brothers! If you please, Sister Edna and I would prefer if you would keep the noise down. Sounds like Samson playing the Philistines in there. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. Oh, it was not wonderful, but there's nothing to be done about now. Finish my work here and wash up in the lavatory for supper at the abbot's table. Can I go tell the funny guys that, you know, it's supper at the abbot's table? Find the thing that's writing down. Feel like knowledge is good. What time is it? Knowledge is good, but this could get me in trouble. Should I try to read what was written in here very quickly? I guess nobody else should be here, correct? Yeah, let's read. I wonder what Frennick was doing with this book. What is this? From the library of the University of Five Churches, the Hungarians call it PEX. Oh, well, that's where Frennick's from. Doctor of Theology, Georg of Brand. Friend of his. Did friend steal this? Text in astronomy, looks like not familiar with it. Sloppy bookhand, produced by an abbey of note. Bastard script, Bulgarian, Flemish, not from here, not recently. That's definitely Frennick's handwriting between lines and the margins. Is he taking text for the University of PEX? Is he taking text for his personal use? Is he taking text for the benefit of future readers? Personal use, in case it's thorough commentary. What's this? Look, scribbling, not even Fred could be so sloppy, and he didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, all astrological symbols, what's written below. Maybe I should have learned Greek at some point. Don't make any sense with this. Anyway, we'll figure out in due time, but I'll copy this down reference later. Okay. Knowledge time. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like their focus in this game is much more like all about your actions have consequences. Like, it's not just like, oh yeah, your actions have consequences. It's all of them. Like, you're either learning about things, like the questions you ask make you learn different things, or you're influencing things by like what will be remembered of you. Where did I go for this? Through the dormitory? Okay. Through the dormitory. Through the bottom. Up through church. Oh, never mind. Courtyard and auditorium. Did I miss something? Tower, crypt, cloister. Oh, I didn't go around. Kitchen and cellar. Dormitory. Refectory. Courtyard and auditorium. There we go. Well, the choices really hope they have consequences in the future. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper, though the circumstances are unusual to be sure. I won't be able to speak with you, none of the brothers will, but it will be good to have you with us. That's a shame. I always enjoy your talks. Now, the same doesn't apply to you at the Abbot's table. You can talk all you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot doesn't take kindly on idle chatter. I don't make a fool of myself. These men are far above my station. Wish you could take my place, Brother Piero. You deserve the honor. Suffer with an abbot and nobleman. I could get used to this. I wish you could take my place, Brother Piero. You deserve the honor. Anyway, I'm sorry for how the prior treated you. It's not fair. It's humiliating. Oh, no, my son. There's no need to worry about me or my pride. We all need a taste of humility from time to time and keep our feet on this earth. Now, Andreas, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. Oh. And when you leave all of us, Kirsten and Abby, behind, you can call upon your friend Lawrence, the brother Baron Rothvigel, to help you in your career. He's wrong, you know. Frank is wrong about you being slow. There's nothing wrong with your style. It's not old just because the nobleman says so. Don't trouble yourself over it. Time passes for us all. Things change. The future will ride over the present. You need not fear any of it as long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. See you, bud. God. Okay, cool. So we go here. And the refectory was, this way. Andreas, I'm glad you could join us. Thank you, my lord. Father Gernot, Father Thomas, Friar Frennick. Simon Peter answered, You are my Messiah, the Son of the living God. Oh, the Gospel of Matthew, wonderful. Jesus replied, Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it. Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? I'll be quiet. I'm not dead. I'll give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Wherever you bind on this earth will be bound in heaven. Wherever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. And then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Wherever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Gernot, have you read anything by Martin Luther? I can't say that I He has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. Oh. My lord, is the meal to your liking? I believe I remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. The quail? My god, Father Abbot, the quail's fine, but don't you think Luther's ideas are worth discussing? He's talking about the future of the church, shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see value in his idea, do you not? My lord, I mean, no offense, but I do not. Father Matthew, yes, how appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church sale of indulgences? Baron, please do not involve the other brothers in this conversation. Fine, fine. What about Andreas? Oh no. Certainly a man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. I must respect... Let's see. He's put me in a difficult position. I need to be quiet. I don't know what else to do. Why not join the debate and maybe bring everybody closer to understanding truth? It would be wise to defer the abbot's authority and decline. To hell with the abbot. If he can't handle a little criticism, he's not fit to sit at a fancy table. I love the art style. It reminds me of the animated scenes from my Python Quest of the Holy Grail. Yeah, you're right, Jaden. That's kind of what I've been thinking. Like it's heavily in the stylization. It would be wise to defer to the abbot's authority. I don't... God. I think debate would be fine. It would be wise to defer to the abbot's authority and decline. I don't know if I have a little one debate. Like, place and time, right? Clearly, this isn't the place nor the time. It'll be wise to defer the abbot's authority and decline. True, after all, is his table. Why not? Where should I start? I must respect all of his wishes, my lord. Yeah. Too, Andreas. I expected more of you. Enough. Lord Rothigal, your August held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You'll not do discussing with Andreas, Thomas, Matthew, or any older brother. Is that clear? I suppose, Father, is your abbey, but you are taking too much offense with this, and you are far too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reform is coming to the church. You had better accept it. What? Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change in the Holy Church on their whim. This talk is beyond insulting. It's blasphemous, outrageous. How dare you? I see. I've overstepped my bounds, and I suppose I've ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment, the donation of the copy to Historia Tassier. Can I accept what future will bring? Perhaps it's time for you to come to terms with your past. No need to overstay my welcome. Fathers, brothers, Andreas, good night. I'd say the debate. I don't know. Thank you for Andreas for not letting him encourage you in this debate. No good would come of it. Yeah, that's the thinking. Like, debates are fine, but obviously it's not going to be a debate. It's just going to be like being an asshole for no reason. Like, I would say the same thing, like opposite, right? Like, I don't know. You go into some place and you start just like shitting on what they believe. Like, that's kind of an asshole thing to do. Whether or not you believe it, that's fine. And like, it's fine to have open debates, but like time and place. I don't think I would do it in real life, nor would I do it like as this character. 'Cause like, I've made this character into a slut, which is great, fantastic, but also not an asshole. Like, not deliberately, just randomly an asshole. He's pretty chill. Brother Piero, please accompany Andreas out. Okay. I will take my leave as well. Good night. Don't worry about Father Ganon and the Baron. I'm sure we'll be fine by the morning. Probably not. I hope Father Abbot can see the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong type to express himself. As fair as his table and he insult his politics. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Seems unlikely. I think the Baron should apologize if he wants to be forgiven. I think, it seems unlikely. Yeah, I think he should. I think the Baron should apologize if he wants to be forgiven. Think on Matthew, Andreas. Our forgiveness should come like God's love, freely without condition. That's fair. In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of the stay, for everyone's sake. Brother Piero, what do you think of Martin Luther's ideas? Ah, that's for younger and wiser men than for me to decide. I'm just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. Bye, buddy. I should get some sleep. Yeah, I don't know. There's still a lamp burning in the guest house. Lawrence must still be awake. Wonder how he's doing. What was he thinking? He's a baron, but he shouldn't have expected that to go well. Storm doesn't seem to be laying up anytime soon. I should get back to the Gretinas. Could I talk to him? Could I talk to him? Can I? Nope, no ability to talk. But yeah, like, one, you don't walk into, like, somebody's house and just start shitting on it, but, like, even just, like, randomly. Like, for it to be a proper debate, both parties have to consent. That was not much consent. To Abby. Passing. Okay. So... okay, cool. So we'll just go through this. Huh? Yeah! You're alright, Master Mailer. I believe that I might have just seen the physical manifestation of a spirit. Yeah. A ghost? Yes. It could be Roman, maybe even old pagan. Wouldn't be the first time people have seen ghosts around these parts. Have you ever seen one? Usually around the ruins. Who knows how many restless Romans lie beneath those stones. Oh, well, I think I found Joan's lost sheep. I'm going to head home. Take care, Master Melu. I will, thank you, Till. He's beautiful. Forest versus mill versus, what is this? Trying to say Moritz statue looks ancient. Columbine looks like it's coming in early. Church and Druckers. Ah, no! Oh, what's happening? Pale horse, still on the floor. Remain silent. Martins, pale horse, death. Sister, listen to my voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yes. Yes, Father, I hear you. Am I here? Is this now? Yes, you are with us, and this is now. I apologize, Andreas. I imagine that must have been quite alarming. Is she all right? Yes, Sister Emily is a mystic gifted with visions when God sees fit to give her one. Some are more frightening than others. What is she doing? What has she lived in church? How long has she been in there? How long has she been here? She's been sealed in the cells next to the church for almost 10 years now. If you come mass more often, you'd see that I give her communion through a window to her cell. Her cell? She is an anchoress, a religious hermit, so devoted to God that she has enclosed herself in a cell next to the church. She is dead to the world, but continues a life of prayer and religious contemplation. And sometimes, ever so rarely, she receives great and terrible visions. She local to Tafsing, or was she a nun in Kersu? Neither. She came here from Benedictine Abbey in the lower of Bavaria after it burned down. Lower Bavaria, powerful duchy in the southeastern Holy Roman Empire, is east of Serbia and north of Tyrol. Tafsing and Kersu sit in the extreme south of the duchy near the border of Tyrol. I am her confessor and caretaker. Many anchoresses are not literate. I write down her visions to help interpret them. I thought of the monks and nuns at Kersu could read, even poor brother Volkbert. Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. Of course, sister. She seems unhappy. She is not unhappy. She is in pain, both physical and spiritual. Her spiritual pain comes from her revelations. They come and go. I try to address them as best I can. Physical pain comes from the deformity in her spine and aching in her joints. I know no cure for that, save prayer the Almighty. Sister Emily was saying that she had a vision of death. Could someone be in danger? Oh no, don't rush the judgment. Her visions are divine and powerful, but they could have many meanings. Some of her revelations take years to comprehend. Some may never be understood at all, as God wills it. Still, the argument at dinner was quite troubling. Perhaps it has cast a shadow over our thoughts. Now then, the good sister appears to have fallen back to sleep. I must prepare for bed myself. Good night, Andreas. Good night, Father. See you, bud. Franz Bauer and Widow Campion. Draker House. I wanna say sorry for not coming. I can't knock on their door. Town Commons, Central Town. Franz Bauer. Zimmerman House. Town Bauer. Gretner Farm. Gretner House. Hi there. See that you're asleep? Hi there, I see that you all are asleep. Barracks, Keith Solomon, Paraffin keeps giving me all these books to read. It's getting late, I should get some rest. Yes, I should. Go to sleep. Yes. Alright. Cool. Right. Time to get back to work. Okay. Wah! Oh no. Oh no, it's the demon. Shh, it's alright, Ursula. Good morning, what happened? Good morning, do you need any help with Ursula? Good morning, what happened? Storm rolled in during the night, hasn't let up all morning. Claire and I have been doing what we can here to keep us all from washing away. Peter and Yorgo are outside trying to deal with the flying as best we can. Oh my, is the farm in danger? I certainly hope everything's alright. Does the Abbey? I'm sure the Abbey is fine, especially with all the work Otto has been doing up there. Whatever happens, it will be God's wills to faith and providence, and joy was to come. Oh, I have some food for you. Nice. Yeah, sorry I couldn't prepare anything more. Thank you. Otto wanted me to say hello, by the way. Otto didn't ask me to say hello. He's probably courting her. I would be a good friend to her and just tell her. Yes. They'd probably be happy together. Oh, he wanted me to say hello. Oh, you did? Haha. Good. Thank you. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas. Try to stay dry. Thanks, you too. Good luck. Also, I wanted to give money. Andreas. Doing alright, Peter. Didn't see the wall was broken. Is that from the flood? Limestone Pond is always like this. You doing alright, Peter? No, I'm not. Some of our sheep escaped, and I'd rather not spend my morning fixing this damn wall for the 3rd time this year. It is always this. Rain falls on the Abbey and it rolls downhill to us little people. Well, it's hard to blame the Abbey for it. It's just how rain works. You're right. There's a reason we're down here and they're up there, Andreas. Anyway, I have to get back to this. See you later. Yeah, I didn't want to leave the house yet. Hey. Oh, they're up. Hello, Andreas. Oh, Claire, I have something for you. Oh, this should be enough to pay my rent. Tax you to the Abbey. Andreas, this is far more than your rent payment. We can't accept this. Please, Claire, that's the least I can do. You and Peter have been such gracious hosts. Consider the rest a gift then, in addition to my rent. I insist it's enough to pay back the abbot, yes. But Andreas, how did you even find so much coin? Are you sure you'll have enough to spare for yourself? Don't worry about me, Claire. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me, Claire. I'll be fine. Oh well, if you're sure. Thank you, Andreas. I don't know what this means to us. I'm happy to help Claire. It's a Christian thing to do. You're a good man, Andreas. Thank you. You move on with your day. God bless you. Until later. See you later, Dab. Hey. Andres. Hello, Andres. How did you go, Andres? On ever home? Yes, what about them? Otto has a good eye. Can't fault him. Come on, tell me, enjoy. Otto has a good eye. Can't fault him that. I guess she's a good, strong-willed woman. Now gossip, Andreas. I do not ask this to pour water onto the rumor mill, but for that concern I have for the happiness of my friends. Of course, Andreas, fancy talk for being nosy. Well, if you ask me, I think I was being a bit too slow about it. Oh, he's old enough already to not be smitten like a boy. They both like each other. It seems to me if you found the right person, you should go for it. That's what I would do. What stopped you? Where's Mistress Smitten, if I may ask? It's a private matter. I have an intendant Sabine waiting for me in Nuremberg. We're to marry once I'm finished my wonder year. I'm not even sure if she's the right one, but it's a necessary step. It's not good for the soul to be alone, Andreas. I do hope to find someone at my side as we build a family. God has not given me this blessing. Or not, could happen at my moment, Andreas. Remarkable, as people say. One hopes so. I must get back to work, Andreas. Enough talk. Till later. Uh-oh. There's water. Well, time to go around. It's a pretzel shop. Eldrick. Hi, Eldrick. Not to be with you, Andreas. Seems like we have good spring storm. I hope it lets up soon. Good morning. I'm sure we'll love soon. As God wills it. Eldrick, I paid Grit for last week's pumpernickel, so I make you wait for it. It's no trouble at all. Please say hello to Lucky for me. Of course, now I'm off to home to get the P-Fizz. What's going at the P-Fizz? Elena will be about a month to go before a child is due. Her last one was hard. He didn't make it, God rest his soul. I just want to give her the best chance she can have. It is in God's hands, trust in Providence. Always Aldrich, I'll do what I can to help. It was the Lord, make the word work. Must be off down. Alright. Good day to you both, and Andreas, stay out of the rain. Tell Helena I will pray for her health. She will appreciate that, Andreas. Thank you. Until later. Until later, Agnes. Kit! Petschlau. What a good kitty. That doesn't really look a ton like a kitty, but it is a kitty. Baker House. Oh, Jeffrey House. Oh, still can't talk to him. Mill. Thomas. Hey, Thomas. Father, I said this before, but isn't good that the water drains here so quickly. It's It's affecting the foundation. It needs to be looked at. I understand, but if you dig here, you may be disturbing the bodies decomposing in the yard. Of course, Father, but they're going to be dug back up again anyway. Ah yes, so why disturb them unnecessarily? It's your church, Father, but you can't put this off forever. The foundation is going to crack. I understand. Perhaps after some of the bones have been moved to ossuaries. Thank you, Lucky. Ah, good day, Mr. Mailer. Good day, Father Thomas. Everything all right with the church? Ah yes, Lucky was again reminding me of the danger of severe rainfall can pose to the foundation. God looks after his flock, but sometimes pen requires an earthly hand. It'll be taken care of. God be with you, Andreas. God be, and you, Father Thomas. Until later. See you later, Father Thomas. Forest or meadow? You can go through the forest, or you can go through the meadow. What happens if I go through the forest? Smokey's home. Yes, the spelling is for the Abbey's renovation. Firewood. Town can only gather sticks. So shortcut to the meadow. Shrine of Sensitia. Smokey's home. Who's Smokey? Ah, Master Mailer. Yes. We met once before, I think. You were drawing something by the, waterfall. I'm Smokey. Well, Adam, but most people call me Smokey. You're a charcoal burner. Yes, I have to stay here in the forest near the kiln. Is there anything I can do for you? No, just being friendly. Oh, of course. Good to see you. Until next time, Master Mailer. Until then. Nice. Vexlov. Oh, hello. Hello. You're not local, are you? No, I'm staying in Tassing only briefly. Smokey, a friend of yours. No, I mean, I don't know him before Tassing, but he lets me stay with him, so yes, I suppose he is. People don't much like Romani. Most folk despise everything that's different. I like staying in the edge of town. Search to find whatever is different. It's the differences in the artist's style that makes our work unique. Oh, you're an artist staying up in Cassau. Yes, visiting Tassing for some time. My name is Andreas Mailer. It's nice to meet you. Most folk in Tassing don't come down here to talk. Alright, I'm Vexlov, traveling tinker. Travel from place to place, shop at knives, mend small things that need mending, that sort of thing. What brought you up to Tassing? Let's actually came visit Cassell's library. I'd hoped for one of the monks to read them to me, but they wouldn't let me in. No one's inside the library except the sisters. Not surprised they turned you away. What are you looking for? Well, I explained that I was looking for a text about the elements. If they aren't primordial, as Aristotle says, then God didn't create them if they exist with him since dawn of time. That's a fascinating idea. Generally, how ridiculous. That's a fascinating idea. Not only that, but it explains the presence of the angels and demons before the creation of the world. In the 5 elements, angels are fire and air, and demons are water and earth, and the world is the aether before the Lord formed it. That's why Satan appeared as Snake to Eve. Snakes can only dwell in deep caves and pools. And we considered it the way before, you might be on to something. I did not expect such an open dialogue with you, Mr. Mailer. Few men of your stature would entertain such ideas with someone like me. Anyway, I should get back to work. Until later, Vexlov. See you, buddy. Alright. Glad that went first. Oh, hi. Hello there, Master Mailer. Hello, Till. Omtene, goes lately, haha. No, not since we last spoke. Good. Have you ever seen a nicer view? Don't get sights like this in cities, I expect. Hold on. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I can't say that. Nuremberg has many ruins to know. Do without mud in my shoes, but the aqueduct doesn't make a nice silhouette. I have sold Roman ruins. Tassing is full of them. Got marvels there. I don't pay much mind to the writing on them. Can't read Latin myself, but you might enjoy giving them a look. If you do, you'll have to tell me if they match the old legends I read about. What sort of old legends? Well, when Father Matthias was abbot, he would let me borrow books from Abbey's library. I think I read through half of the library before Father could not become abbot. He and Father Thomas are strict about which books should be read now. Books should glorify God, they say, but not discuss the old pagan ways. Still, the accounts of Roman tassing are my favorite. A whole book talks about how Roman knight Gaius Metellus defeated the Rutilii, I think it was. Heavy snowfall had him caught in his very valley. Barbarians on all sides when Mars sent a wolf to the night. Mars roaming on war and agriculture. Mars represents civilization, peace through military might. Instead of killing the beasts, Gaius followed it in magical spring, trees covered in all sorts of fruit. Mars provided the wolf within spring, and Gaius Metellus found tassing after defeating the barbarians to honor Mars. And that's where all this came from. Surprised that Curacao has any record of tassing before St. Moritz arrived. And written in German at that. It might be your fable, but I enjoy the story all the same. It's nice to feel that you're connected to those who came before you, even if it's only by the land you live on. Wise words, I feel the same. It's been good chatting with you, Master Mailer. Better get back to work. Let me know if you find any particularly good books in the library, alright? I will later, until later till. Martin. Oh. Hey, Martin. Told Martin to help his family. Martin entered the conversation with you. I don't get a friendly meeting. Eat shit, Andreas. Chew. I should get to the scriptorium, and Gernot will give me an earful if I'm late again. Figures Stride and St. Christopher are quite nice. God be with you, Andreas. Is God with us? Look at this rain. Are you preparing to leave, even with this lever? The weather is unfortunate, but the Baron's wife, Lady Solana, will be arriving today. My lord intends to depart as soon as she arrives. How long have they been married? 7 years now. She's a fine woman, true lady. Also being bid farewell to the Baron before he leaves. I'm sure he would appreciate that. He spoke highly of you before he went to bed. He was disappointed that you didn't debate him at supper, but he understands that you didn't want to anger the abbot. Part of the art of rhetoric is understanding the right form in which to persuade someone. That's what I'm saying, my brother Andreas. That's not the right form for the abbot. My lord always wants to discuss things when the mood hits him. He is often alone in feeling, unfortunately. I suppose I have a poor standing with the Baron now. No. In spite of what happened at supper, he still holds you in high regard. My lord bade me give you a token of his friendship in his absence. Says it's a small thing compared to future commissions, but he hopes that you will wear it with pride. Oh, what extraordinary pin. Please thank the Baron for me. In fact, I'll wear it right now. I will keep it secure until I have clothing worthy of bearing it. Yeah. As you wish, of course. Where's your master gone, then? He went for a walk early this morning. He didn't say when he'd be back. I hope he returns soon. The rain is turning everything in mud. Seems odd given the weather. My lord might surprise you, Andreas. He never minds getting mud on his boots. Of course, I'm the one who has to clean them. Grant seems quite an unusual man in many ways. Well, I apologize for taking up so much time. Good luck, Godspeed, and I hope you can keep track. No trouble, many thanks. Till next time, Andreas. One thing before you go. Did you see a short, surly-looking young man in a hat on your way up this morning? Wink! Surely you don't mean me! No, he was shorter than you by 2 hands at least. That was Martin Bauer. He ran past me in the meadow, and I was walking up the hill. He was in quite a hurry. That would explain my lord's missing rings. What rings are these? 1 gold, 1 silver, and a handful of golden, and the Boken Baron was planning to give to the Abbey. Oh. Gold coins used as currency throughout the Holy Roman Empire. The different stands exist for the golden in different regions. It is generally equivalent to Florentine florin. Playing good. I mean, book Historia Tussi. Believe so. Yes. Went to pack Baron's things. They were missing. Boy's a known thief. He wouldn't surprise me if he was responsible. Why do you think Martin stole the rings? Yesterday I caught the boy with the hat, Martin, I suppose, peering in through the windows. I could have admonished him at the time, but he seems harmless. That's a shame. Hope the Baron won't be too put out. Lord is managed by some means. He won't miss the gold nor the rings. I do think he'll be upset by the book. Was quite excited to have it to see it. Oh, hey, Lemmy. No problem. I'm doing good. I'm, I don't know. Playing this game. Just chilling out. It's a fun game. Any case, I must finish preparing the horses. It was good talking to you, Andreas. Of course, I hope this rain lets up for you soon. God willing, till next time. Until then. Yeah, good to see you back, Lemmy. I was worried that I scared you off. I was worried that Fortnite, you decided that Fortnite was too much. Alright, cool. We'll go into the church. We've learned many things. Then we have to go through the Old Bailey. And then to the Scriptorium. Nice. Oh, this is wonderful. The rest of the abbey is soaked and there's not a drop of rain in here. Good thing the abbot had auto-replace the roof in the Scriptorium and the library last month. With the cow factory next door, we can stay warm while everyone else is cold and wet. Instead of bragging about our good fortune, you should think upon your brothers and sisters, pray for their health and safety. Abbot's foresight saved a lot of our work and protected was in the library. Town has it fared as well. I'm sure they'll be fine. More importantly, if they're not, I don't care. Fuck you, Guy. Brother Guy, your heart is harder than the stone of this floor. Oh, told you. Alright, good to hear, Lemmy. Glad to have you back. We've gropey old monk, but where's the nice one? Brother Piero, haven't you seen him yet today? I did before Brother Guy arrived. Brother Piero left to speak to the abbot some time ago. What? Why is Matthew ringing the bell? It can't be thus early. I pray it stops soon. Such a cacophony is insult on my fair ears. It's not stopping. I suppose that means we're being summoned to the chapter house. God, give me strength to endure the rain. It's 50 feet, old man. You'll live. God, give me the strength to endure this man. You know, that's fair. It's still not stopping. What's going on? This can't be all because of the storm. I should see what's the matter. Oh no. Where? Where am I supposed to go? The factory? No, that's where they eat. Trying to say it in words. No. Covenant Garden. Chapter House. Chapter House? Chapter House. Sound like a scream coming from the Quasar. Quasar. Quasar? Quasar. Quasar? Quasar. Quasar. Ah, yes. Swear if the nice old man is dead, yo, if the nice old man is dead, I might be the biggest sad. Quasar. Why is there a scream? What has happened? It's coming from just down the hall, maybe the chapter hearse. I think those screams are coming. Think something terrible has happened, Master Andreas. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. Please, Father, where's Brother Florian? Have him come quickly. Be silent, brother. Brother Florian, if you please. I'm sorry, Father. There's nothing to be done. He's dead. Ah. Sister Margaret, calm yourself. Sister Gertrude, please take Sister Margaret back to the garden. Yes, Mother Cecilia. So, you're saying that the nice old man stabbed bad man to death? God protect us. The Baron was a friend of the Prince Bishop of Freising. Why is he so worried about the Prince Bishop? Abbey is odd in more than one way. Its existence offends some in church. We are far enough from Rome and means that everyone forgets about us, but this could be unwanted attention. Florian, how easily do you think you could dispose of this body? Father Abbot, what are you saying? Are you questioning me? Why are you wasting precious time? Do you want to see the soldiers of Prince Bishop march upon our steads and fling your brothers and sisters out of our home? Do Bradle, God protect us, go Sakura, no, Dio is Ngade. Silence! Quiet! Oh. Calm yourselves, all of you. Father Abbot, Baron Rothwickel's manservant is already preparing to leave. The Baron's wife should be here in a matter of hours. It's not time for rash decisions. Yes, you're right, forgive me. But then, what do? We must send the Baron's man to the core of the Prince Bishop in Freising as once. Mother Cecilia, the Baron said the Prince Bishop's Archdeacon was in Innsbruck for the Imperial Diet. Even better, swift action will silence any whispers of impropriety on our part. Given the Baron's stature, the Archdeacon will undoubtedly come to investigate immediately. We must cooperate him with fully and pray for a speedy resolution. Yes, good. Yes, good. Thank you, Mother Cecilia. Brother Voslav, please detain Brother Piero in the cellar until the Prince Bishop's man arrives. Why? Why, Brother Piero? Why? Father Gernot, I implore you to reconsider. He was caught in flagrante delictio, covered in blood, with a knife on his hands. In blazing offense indicating a individual has been caught in the act of committing a crime. I mean, he doesn't really have blood on him. I was wrong, that body is Dub Saloon. That's, you know, you're right. Dubs might be done. Alright. Covered in blood and knife on his hand. Father, do you really believe that Brother Piero is capable of such a foul deed? Yes, capable enough to be when motivated by anger. I had no anger against the Baron, Father Abbot. I simply came across him like this. No anger, not even for exalting your work and forcing us to give it Andreas. This is not a subject for debate. When the Prince Bishop's men arrive, we must not be empty-handed. Even if Pierre wanted to kill the Baron, he's not physically capable of the act. He wasn't angry. Everyone in the scriptorium knows that. Even Guy knows that. Oh, I shouldn't call on Guy. Guy is a fucking cocksucker. He can barely hold a brush, much less plunge a knife into a man's body. Be quiet, this is not your affair. It's my fault if you're going to make me a part of Piero's supposed motive. Forgive me, Brother Gernot. I just don't think that Brother Piero could have done this. Your position has been noted. My decision stands. Brother Walsov will detain Brother Piero in the cellar until I say otherwise. Brother Florin, please escort Andreas out of the Abbey. Andreas, do not show your face here again until tomorrow. Do you understand me? Yes. Shrek intros. Andreas, listen to me. I sympathize with you, but I don't think Piero did this either, but it isn't the time to push the abbot. I'm sure the other brothers and sisters believe Piero is innocent as well, but the abbot is worried about the Prince Bishop's attention. If you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear them. I can't let Piero die for something he didn't do. Take a few hours to calm your nerves and your mind. You need to think clearly. Go to Drucker's, eat a good meal, and come back to Non's. Oh, come back at Non's. Monastic hour spotting to 3 p.m. and little hours of prayer. You won't have that much time, but tap on my window with a small stone and I'll let you in. Alright, so at 3 p.m., aka Non's. Let me in for what? To examine the body. Okay. So I have to go back to Non's. So I have 2 hours. Wait, what does that say? 2 days and 2 hours remain. I should follow Florian's advice and go to the Druckers. Okay. Hopefully it will clear my mind. My head. Not my mind. Well, my mind is my head. My head is my mind. Druckers, they're going to be mad at me for not... What the fuck? That don't look like a horse. Something's wrong with this horse. Yeah, something's wrong with that horse. That's possessed by a demon. Well, bye. Druckers. Got in the heat. Good day, Andreas. Back from the Abbey already. It's only noon. Andreas, are you alright? No, something terrible has happened. Oh my god. What happened? What happened? No, forgive me. Come inside and sit down for a minute. It's like the demon horse, like the demon child. If it's not in position, I appreciate a moment to rest. Yes, it's been a difficult day. I could use a distraction. I have just a thing then. I'd like your opinion on my latest project. Oh boy. He's making wooden dildos. Or crack pipes. Probably crack pipes, actually. Yep. Yep. Good day, Andreas. Should I fix you a plate? It's not too much trouble. I'm always glad to eat your cooking, Marie. I'm always glad to eat your cooking, Marie. I just watched a dead man. Oh my, Klaus, you must invite Andreas over more often so I can hear someone compliment my food. Your cooking is lovely, darling. Hello. Ah, a non-demonic child. Hello. Hello, Berthold. How are you? Sleepy. Good words, my man. Come back to my workshop. OMG, is that Van Hun? I'm going to do a new run of Till Eastman. Yeah, you already did this. There was a printing a few years ago in Strasbourg, but it was awful, almost bereft of illustrations. What do you think of these new ones? They look wonderful. I don't think the background is dense. They look wonderful. Excellent work. Thank you. I'll be sure to let Maria know. Are these her woodcuts? Yeah, the drawings are mine, but she did the block cuts. I have plenty enough talent to draw the designs, but only she can do the woodcuts and the type. Van Hog. Oh, Van Gogh. I don't know if it's Van Gogh. When was Van Gogh? When did Van Gogh exist? Hold on. I need to do a research. I need to do research. Hello. I can do this on my phone, I realize. Hey, Bixby. When did Van Gogh exist? When did Van Gogh exist? Yeah, no, this isn't Van Gogh. 1800s? Yeah, no, not Van Gogh. You're like 300 years too early. This is more like, I don't know, whatever artist lived in 1500. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts for which we are about to receive from your bounty. through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. Amen! I'm hungry. Amen. Andreas, what were the bells for at the Abbey? They were sounding for a long time. The visiting nobleman, Lawrence Rothfugle, was found murdered in the chapter house. God in heaven! He just rode by here yesterday. Yes, and it gets worse. One of the elderly brothers I work with in the scriptorium, Piero, was accused of the crime. That's awful! A murder in Cassou? How could a monk do such a thing? I'm sorry, Andreas. The Baron seemed like an interesting man, and I know he's been a patron for the Abbey for years. How did he die? Could it have been an accident? And does the abbot really believe that Brother Piero killed him? You've always spoken of him in the kindest terms. It seemed like Lawrence had been stabbed, but I don't know. There was a lot of blood around him. There was a lot of blood, but I don't want to speculate. I'd rather spare the details, but it's hard to believe what happened to him was natural. No, I can't believe Piero did it. I can't imagine him harming anyone. Oh, don't hold back on my account. I've had children and helped Agnes deliver a few. I'm not squeamish. You have a child here. Yes! Blind! Oh, never mind. Never mind, I shouldn't have held back for the child's account. What if it isn't Brother Piero? Who do you think could have done it? I did see Lucky Stano get in a shouting argument with the Lawrence yesterday, just before I walked by your place. Lucky is that guy? Lucky? Why would he have cause to shout at a nobleman? Select food item to eat. Ooh. Food. Oh, there's not actually that much food. For me to eat. Farmer's bread. Sausage. Egg pasta. Pasta! There's probably something else going on that you wouldn't know about, DM. What do you mean by that? I'm not one to trade gossip, but if you really want to know, talk with some of the other women in town. Or Mother Cecilia up at the Abbey. Oh, no. Why Mother Cecilia? I didn't realize she saw much of Tassing. Oh, there's no need for that. Lucky is a forthright man. I'm sure if you ask him, he'll tell you what the argument was about. Thank you both. That's good advice. There's something else, though. When Lawrence and I were walking through the meadow, the widow Campion came out of the woods and... Yes? Well, she cursed him. I'm not surprised. Ottilia's late husband, Rennig, who ran afoul of Lawrence in his last visit to Taffing. I don't remember the details, but Rennig died just last year, and Ottilia hasn't been the same since. Oh, good. I get to eat the sausage. Child demands blood. She was always an old bitch, even before she was old. Klaus, that's enough. She's had to deal with enough with a Job's lot in life. And now she lives all alone at the edge of the woods. There are rumors she's going to lose her property soon. I do pay her, even if she is a bitter woman. Well, there should be some exception in the law for her to inherit. Women are not legally barred from inheriting. It all depends on the details on the lease. Did she come from a wealthy family? She did, in fact. Wealthier than Rannig's, anyway. If the land they lived on was part of a dowry, then she might make a case to lay claim to it or property of equal value. Oh well, are you a lawyer, Andreas? Enough about Ottilia. Is there anyone else you may think have done it? I don't know if he has any ill intent, but Prior Farine has been acting strangely since the day Lawrence arrived. Perhaps an academic disagreement. I know they're both avid readers, both of Catholics and new works. On his last visit, the Baron brought a book in astronomy from me. I know the Prior has some familiar interests. Similar. But would the Prior kill someone over a simple disagreement? It's not that outlandish. When I was in the university, I saw men throw punches over small academic concerns. It was the butler. You know, it might have been the butler. Considering I didn't meet, like, 90% of the, of the monastery. So it could have been someone I've never met. That's his opinion, for some testament, faith in others, and worth killing for. That may be so, but I've never seen that sort of anger in Prior Frennick, not even with Gernot has made Abbot instead of him. Afterward, he seemed bitter but not violent, and that doesn't seem to be part of his character. So, Lucky, the widow, and Abby Pryor. How are anyone else? There was something strange when we approached the Abbey together. Mother Cecilia was outside with some of the sisters. Mother Cecilia scowled and took the nuns inside without saying a word. Sounds like they have history, at least. Bread. I do not know Mother Cecilia personally, but I have never heard anyone speak badly of her. If she has cause to dislike the Baron, it might believe she had a good reason. GTA San Andreas. Ah, yes, me. John GTA San Andreas. Well, Andreas, it sounds like there's a lot to look into. Thank you for talking to me. I was feeling overwhelmed. Thank you for your care. Help me understand how I can help Piero. You're always welcome here, Andreas, anytime.
Yeah!
You're especially welcome with this one. Nice. God be with you, Andreas. Thank you. God be with you. Thank you. Be good until I come back, Berthold. I'll try. What a kid. See, that's a good kid. Oh, it's nuns. I have several leads to follow, but where should I start? I could take a Lucky Stenner. He's probably working from his house. The widow Confuran lives south of here, near Franz Bauer. Pyrofrenic is usually in Scriptorium, but I won't be able to talk to him until tomorrow. Still, nothing would prevent me talking to Mother Cecilia in the Covenant. But if I didn't attend Brother Florian's examination of the body at Abbey, he'll have to do it without me. I should do it with him. Alright, I think we inspect this body. See where the game is at. And then maybe call it there. Because it is getting late. We've been at this for about 3 hours. Give or take the issues at the beginning. Where do I go for this? So monastery. Is it up there? Go to the Covenant. Infirmary. Chapter house. Maybe there? Oh, that's where I think it's from. First stone. Monk. Andreas, this way! Well, yeah, I knew where the door is. There you are. I'm glad the storm didn't delay you. Now, even though I gave instructions I was not to be disturbed, we must work quickly. Seeing a corpse up close can be unsettling for some. I hope you're up to it. It's alright, I've thrown up enough to not mind it so much. Well, I suppose that's one way to deal with it, I suppose. Just try not to splash me or the body in the process. Now then, you should probably go take notes as we go. It might be useful later. Of course. I will begin by inspecting his anterior, starting with the face and head. No visible wounds, no blemishes, teeth in good condition, nothing unusual. Neck, shoulders, and chest are ordinary. I need to clean some blood away to examine the torso. Yes, there it is. A puncture wound in between the 6th and 7th ribs. It's very shallow, though. I estimate that it penetrated the body only an inch, and it likely came from his own hand. Wait, he inflicted it on himself? How can you tell? But that doesn't sound deep enough to have killed him. Nuremberg inch or an Innsbruck inch? Now, we are Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, it's possible. I do love Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates, like pirate ship, is like probably my favorite era of things. Pirate games, like that new Ubisoft pirate game, totally going to be playing that. I don't know for how long, because I don't trust Ubisoft with, like, anything. But I'll probably try it out. As long as it doesn't look like complete shit when it comes out. When he inflicted it on himself, how can you tell? Sound deep enough to have killed them. How can you tell? And the angle and depth of the strike is as though he were holding it in his right hand as he fell on his side. You must know that I was not always a monk. I was a mercenary for 10 long years in Poland. Holy shit. Alright. My familiarity with wounds comes from my time on the battlefield. I'm no true surgeon, but I am the closest Kirsu has. If the wound was that shallow, it doesn't sound like it could have been fatal. Wasn't. It was likely incidental, received while falling on his own knife. He must have some other wound that issued forth all the blood we found him in. And surely this means that, brother, who do you think killed him? What types of video games genre, do you like to recommend a game? So I like, I don't know, RPGs, like, from, I don't know, Obsidian, which made this game, the Outer Wilds, or the Outer Worlds, not the Outer Wilds, the Outer Worlds, and like Fallout New Vegas, and just all the Fallout games, well, all, like Fallout 3, New Vegas 4, even 76, stuff like that I like. Typically, like, FPSs or, like, third persons I can get into, but depends. And then, yeah, like, anything, I'm willing to try a lot of things, a good many things, actually. Yeah, I would say, like, my main shtick is, like, probably first-person shooters. But I'm also down with, like, puzzle games and, like, different things. The only thing that I'm, like, really not adept at, not that I dislike it, but I'm not adept at it, is horror games, because I'm easily freaked out by horror games, as you know. But I'm going to start trying to do more of them, because it's funny. And, you know, the pain is good, I guess. Who do you think killed him? I don't know. I can't even speculate. All I can do is examine this body and hope that you can figure out the rest. Simply pointing out the implausibility of Brother Piero striking the fatal blow may not be enough to conceive the convince the Archdeacon. Brother Piero never should have picked up that knife. I'm sure the appearance of guilt never even crossed his mind. Now then, let's move on. Well, there's a sore on his sex. Probably from the French disease. I doubt it had anything to do with his murder. He had an STD. Nice. The disease French soldiers received in the brothels of Naples. Yes, how do you know of it? Oh, I see. Have you taken mercury for it? I haven't suffered from it, thankfully. One must be somewhat cautious. Good. Anyway, it seems like the Baron was not the most faithful husband, an uncommon thing among the nobility. I would expect a monk to be more shocked by this. He was a mercenary. I spent many years as a mercenary. Sex and death are common companions in that world. Besides, sex isn't all that rare, even in Abbey. You know, right. You're now... I liked the nice old man, and the nice old man is still the nice old man. But you are now my favorite monk, because you a real one. Between the monks and the nuns, between the brothers, between the monks and the nuns, between the brothers, between the monks and the nuns. It's not relevant to our examination, Andreas. Let's continue. Oh. Other than a few blisters on his feet from what I assume are new shoes, there's nothing wrong with his legs. Andreas, can you help me turn him over? Of course. Look at that ass. There's a slight irregularity in his spine, possibly from an old injury. I don't think it has anything to do with how he died, though. I spent enough time in nobles, guess he probably fell off his horse when hunting. I have spent enough time with nobles, so guess he probably fell off his horse while hunting. Seems like a silly thing to risk your life for, but I'm not one to talk. Or the reason it didn't contribute to his death. Here it is, a rather dramatic head wound. The dark hair and the blood make it difficult to see, but it's quite bad. In my experience, I've never seen someone walk away from a head wound of this severity. I don't know if this counts as RPG, but you would maybe like Mogeko Castle. There's moments where it scares you, but it's more of a story than a game. Plus a bit bloody and perverted. It's not a big deal. I will look into it. If it's streamable, I'll put it on my list of games to play. Thank you, Lammy. How many head wounds have you seen? Too many and not enough. As grim as it sounds, there's always more to learn. Italian doctors try to examine as many corpses as they can to fully understand the mysteries of the body. The battlefields of Poland and Lithuania aren't as ideal a learning environment as the University of Bologna. Bologna, one of the largest cities in Italy, Bologna has a center of arts for centuries. It houses a well-known university, which was home to both Dante and Petrarch. But they did provide an education of sorts. I'd rather be treated with someone experienced in knowledge than with a university. Oh, why didn't you study in a university? Oh, I'd rather be treated by someone with experience than a novice with a university education. I appreciate your confidence. The wound looks like it was caused by a single powerful blow from a blunt object, probably no more than 4 or 5 inches across. How can you tell? The skull is cracked in a single spot, and there's clear impression in the skin around it. It would take an extraordinary precision to hit the same spot twice, unless the Baron were already dead. It's likely he didn't die immediately. How long could he have survived for? I've seen similar injuries in battle. The victims don't last more than a few minutes, but it's an agonizing death. Even so, he couldn't have wandered far from where that blow was first struck. He may have not been attacked in Chapter House. He was either attacked in the Chapter House or someplace in the immediate area. Could he have been attacked by someone outside the Abbey? No, I don't think so. With a wound like that, he would have collapsed before he got inside. Certainly someone would have seen him. Anyway, whoever killed the Baron was a blunt instrument of considerable heft. The part that impacted him was likely a little smaller than fist. Could have actually been a fist. Ah, no, I don't think the strongest soldier could do this with a punch unless the Baron's head were pressed into the ground. Even then, he would also see damage to his nose or forehead. Could a woman or an elderly person have done it? Anyone could have, given the right weapon and sufficient height. Whoever did this must have caught the Baron unaware. Give a small knife wound. Save the small knife wound, he has no other injuries. I suppose that he was struck, drew his knife to defend himself, and fell on it before Brother Piero discovered it. Also, I believe we discovered 2 important things. Piero didn't stab the Baron, and even if he had, it wasn't what killed him. Baron was killed by a blow to the head from a heavy blunt object. Indeed, though it may take more to convince the Archdeacon of Brother Piero's innocence. And we also know that the Baron was killed by a blow to the head from a heavy blunt object. Now you just need to find what caused the blow and learn who struck it. Oh, and there's one other item of interest I found in the Baron's jacket and didn't want to open it without you. Why'd we have to flip him over for that? A note of some kind. I trust you open it more carefully than I would. And what does it say? The girl who died and the innocent with her. Martin's chapter. Matins, monastic hour corresponding to 2 a.m. It's used for the night prayer. The girl who died and the innocent with her. Chapter 2. The girl, which girl, and what innocent? One of the nuns, someone from the village. Your guess is as good as mine. Unfortunately, I don't have that much faith in my guesses. Can you tell who wrote it? It's definitely someone with a great deal of experience as a scribe, but it can't be Adok or Guy. I don't think they're French or Flemish, who have some form of bastardo script. Bastarda and Burgundian scribes are right similarly, but no, this is highly refined Gothic hand. It's as good as Addock and Guy are, but I don't think they could replicate this. That's my talent I think of every November. Me. Me, just casually. Ugh. What, really? If not them, who? I intend to find out. Shrug. I wish you good luck in finding the answer. No, I'm sorry to rush you, but I must ask you to leave. Every minute you stay is an additional risk. Oh no. Say nothing. Brother Florian, could you open up? It's awareness soul's sufficient position from tassing. I saw I'm in the middle of something. Could you return after supper? I'm afraid you can't wait. Father Gerner asked me to examine the Baron's body. Alright, just give me a moment. Andreas, I need you to hide yourself. From over, I don't care if he knows I'm here. Of course. Bye-bye. This is the worst hiding spot that I've ever seen. Ah, Dr. Stoll, sorry to keep you waiting. Now, what did you need? Abbott wanted me to examine the Baron's body before his wife arrives. Seems unnecessary at this point. I've just completed my own examination. Was the harm letting me take a look? Dr. Stolz, with all respect, I've finished. The cause of death is clear. If you had arrived an hour ago, I would have had no problem with your assistance. Assistance, I'm a university-trained physician. I can examine a corpse on my own without the help of battlefield sawbones. I'll remain hidden. Regardless of your opinions regarding my abilities, the examination is finished. If you insist on expending the money anyways, I must insist that the abbot tells me himself. What? Making me bring the abbot here is a waste of time. So is performing an examination on this corpse immediately after one was just completed. Idiotic, I'll return with Father Gernot presently. Lamey, I'm not gonna have you explain that. Concern is all that filled my mind. That was close. Now quickly leave through the cloister before they return. Of course, thank you, Brother Florian. Think nothing of it. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then. I shall leave through the cloister. I should find someone to eat with. I can't get that note out of my head. The girl who died and the innocent with her. Look at me and who wrote it. Someone to eat with. Could I? Is it possible? Is it possible for me to eat with, what's her name? No, right? No, they probably wouldn't let me in. Covenant Garden. Clarissa's house. Pet Masufanga. Hi there. You are another cat that doesn't quite look like a cat, but I love you anyways. All of the animals are very interestingly, like, made. I'm sure it's probably the art style. Choke pronouncing. Door must lead to the rest of the covenant. Not for me. Choke pronouncing what? Oh hey, both of the horses are back. Good to know. Guest house. Oh. Can I eat with them? Is that an option for me to eat with them? Okay, who else can I eat with? Gertner's, Friendsbauer, and the widow. Oh, I could eat with a widow. Could eat with a charcoal burner. Johann Bauer could eat with a midwife at the bakery, the Zimmerman house. I'll eat here. I feel like that's interesting. I feel like they won't want that me. Lady Salmona. Yeah, I'm gonna pet this dog. Pet dog. Yes. Good puppy. I don't want to just randomly pick up this piece of paper. Ah, Master Melo, would you care to share supper at my table? I would like you to talk about my late husband. Yep! My lady Rothu, I would be honored to break bread with you. Thank you. Please sit. Very great. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. I find myself rather out of place here without the comfort of the Baron. Thank you for agreeing to share a meal with me, Master Malin. Of course, the honor is mine. No, 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 no. I don't, no. I feel like, no, hitting on the dead man's wife less than a day after he was dead. Not good. Not good. Not good. This is not the opportunity that we take. This is not the opportunity. At all. No, Jaden, we don't hit on the dead man's wife the day he died. Alright? That there is no amount of fuckboy that is okay. It's like in the, it's in the law. Trust me, I'm a lawyer. I must admit, I'm surprised you wish to speak with me. Lawrence did not make friends easily. He was a strong-headed man with staunch beliefs he didn't shink to share. Well, when I was told he'd found some manner of friendship with an artist, well, I was curious. It comforts me to know that he found fellowship here at his most unusual abbey. Not that there is much comfort to be found in these cold and dreary alpine towns. Lawrence and I had meant to take a tour of them before returning home to Worms, but, well, return we shall. I'm sorry for your loss, my lady. This sorrow is just the first of many, I'm afraid. Are you married yourself, Master Mela? Well, ma'am, if you're gonna hit on me... no... Okay, yeah, this isn't directly hitting on her. This is just saying I'm a fuckboy. But it's not making the offer. So this one's okay. Not yet, there's so much of the world I've yet to see if you take my meaning. Perhaps it's no surprise to you. You and Lawrence became fast friends. She's hitting on you, you should have done it first. No, Jaden. No, Jaden. No. No, we don't hit on dead men's wives first. On the day they died. I imagine he saw something of himself in you. We shared a passion for the finer things. Rarely have I met someone with such a depth of knowledge and a thirst for debate. We share a passion for the finer things. I do not doubt it. He is always given to vice. He lusts for drink and women once afflicted with him with great remorse, though such shame faded with time. Lawrence was a flawed man. His various infidelities were no secret to me, but are we not all flawed before Christ? I loved him as a wife, should probably love her husband, but I would not say that we were friends. I only hope his appetites were not what led him to his end. I have been searching for the answer to that quandary myself. Were you and Lawrence so close that you would trouble yourself so? I merely wish to see justice served, my lady. I don't wanna say that. I'm afraid I can say no more than that. I see. Well, I suppose it wouldn't surprise me that my husband made his fair share of enemies. He was a man of many opinions, and he gave them freely to all who would listen and some who would not. Previous abbot and Father Matthias seemed to appreciate that about him. This new abbot is perhaps more conservative. Father Matthias was an open-minded man, from what I've heard. True scholar. Father Gernot does not share Matthias's passion for the written word, yet endures the expense of it. To be in put such a position would make any man unhappy. I understand. I wonder what he will make of Lawrence's gift to the abbey. Listen, Lammy, I'm not hitting on the dead man's wife. I'm merely sharing with her my shared passion with her dead husband that I have crafted for this character. What gift was this? It seemed to be a little thing, of more interest and value to my husband, the former abbot, than Father Gernot. Infirmary. He had found a book about the history of Tassing. He believed it contained some scandalous details. He said it corroborated fears what Father Matthias had expressed, but he didn't share the particulars with me. Did you know Father Matthias yourself? I never met him, but my husband held him in high esteem. Lawrence said he was a man of great virtue and high learning. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. I have some education, but I lack my husband's thirst for knowledge. If you find the book, hopefully its significance will be apparent. If God wills it. Will you be returning to home to Worms soon? Perhaps in a few days. I await the arrival of the Archdeacon. When his investigation is complete, I will go. If the circumstances of my time here are dire, I have no hurry to return. Why is that, if I may ask? I shouldn't, I see a glimmer now of what Lawrence saw in you. You're a disarming man, Mr. Mela, and much too easy to talk to. Fuck! No! Why is this the only option? No, I didn't want this. You know, well, fuck it, we got here. You're not the first to tell me so. That does not surprise me. To be frank, I do not know what will become of me when I return to Worms. My title and residence may be in jeopardy. Lawrence and I have a son. He is young yet, and I don't know of many of the legalities. Only that my position is at some risk. Would you like me to elucidate them for you? I studied Imperial Law at Erfurt. Thank you, but no. I fear it will only heighten my unease. Okay. I'm sorry to car conversation, sir, but I feel I must rest. They should put the option to invade Poland. Too soon, Lammy, too soon. Too soon. Thank you for having me on the table. Very well, Master Mailer. And to whoever says of my husband, I'm certain appreciated by your friendship. 1 day, 17 hours remain. I guess before the abbot gets there? I still want to know what this note says. But I don't feel like it would be proper. I feel like that would be too much of an asshole move. It's too easy. Am I gonna see a ghost again? Nope, no ghost again. I've accidentally went here. I didn't mean to go here. I meant to go further. There we go. Hello, sleeping man. Hello, sleeping family. We should clean this up. go to bed. Getting late, I should get some rest, go to sleep. It's the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Looking at... Oh, hi. Hello there, demon child. What would you like? Good morning. Oh, it's not morning. It's the middle of the night also, though. What are you doing up here? I see. Haha. Would you like me to tell you a story? Would that help you sleep? Have you heard the story of the cat in the cradle? Let me tell you the story of the little girl who haunted the sleepy artist. Oh, far up north in Flanders, where Lenhart's mill came from, there's a town by the sea. Lenhart? Oh, okay. 100 years ago, there was a great flood there on the feast of Saint Elizabeth, mother of John the Baptist. She became pregnant in old age after she was full-term by the Arca. Guessing that's Archangel. You know how mad your dad gets when the water comes through your farm? Well, it was like that, but much worse. If your dad saw St. Elizabeth's flood, he'd probably lose all of his hair on the spot. The waters rose so high that everyone had to leave the town. Many families lost their homes. When floodwaters went down, the townsfolk went to look for survivors. Would you believe that they saw a baby's cradle floating in the water? I know, it strains credulity, but it's about to get even stranger. There's a cat in the cradle. It was jumping back and forth to keep the waves from getting in. The townsfolk couldn't believe it. They slowly rowed their way out to the cradle. And when they looked inside, what did they see but a tiny baby, warm and... Anyway, that's why they named the town Kinderdijk. Makes more sense if you know Dutch. Alright, well, time for bed again. Thank you, child, for waking me. Time to get back to work. I don't know if that's the time, but okay. Alright. So that is going to be it for this game. Save 16 seconds ago. That's fine. That's going to be it for Pentiment. Go to bed. I still have to edit Lemmy, but right after that, I promise I will go to bed. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming, for watching. Really interesting game. I wouldn't necessarily call it like fun yet, because it so far hasn't been really. I enjoyed it. I guess I had fun, but I also wouldn't call it much of a game. Like, it feels like more of a game than like per se a I don't know. Like, I forget what the style is, like Doki Doki Literature Club, you know, game? Like, not too much of a game. So it's more of a game than that. But like, also, yeah, it's a visual novel, kinda. It's like, it's a little bit more enhanced than the visual novel, I guess. It's a, like, historical visual novel with, like, choices you can make. Many more choices to make. So, I get it. I get why Obsidian made it, because they're really good about, you know, RPG, and storytelling, and how cause-effect works and stuff, and that's always been their kind of, their center, is cause and effect, and, I was afraid that you would hit the X and skip all dialogue and suddenly fight the final boss. But yeah, I think it's a visual novel, kind of RPG, kind of It's definitely fun. It's definitely got its funny moments, and it's definitely, now that we're like here, it's interesting. And I think that I think that from what the game is kind of telling me, by like the journal is like, once the Archdeacon comes, that's like the cycle of the game. And then I'm guessing the game is just trying to get the quote-unquote right cycle or something, maybe. Which I'm kind of hoping it'll do, and I will be happy with it doing. Like, making the right choices to get to the right, you know, ending or whatever. I think it'll be fun, but thank you, Jaden. I try. I'm not wonderful at voices. But I like reading for them, and I like, you know, I like doing voices, even if I'm not good. I'm mostly not good at remembering voices. So, I will switch character voices. Fuck done. Do character voices that don't match with characters. Fuck done. But I enjoy giving voices. I enjoy their reading. But that all being said, where's Monica? No, Monica. No, please, no, Monica. That being said, thanks for watching. I will be continuing with this. I don't know when. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is Arma. So, Milsim, if you like watching, it's going to be really different than this. If you like multiplayer military simulation and watching nerdy people roleplay being Halo soldiers, then stop by. Otherwise, Thursday is going to continue Shadows Over Loathing, Friday is Fortnite, Saturday is I don't know, I think Snopsy said okay to Halo, so probably Halo, and then Sunday is probably Arma again, if I don't skip it again. But, yeah, thanks all. Fuck Guy. Guy is the worst. All my homies hate Guy. Guy sucks. Guy should die. Guy should die. That's it. That's all. Thank you guys. See you later.